2024 has been one of the most transformative years of my life. If I were to define 2024 in one word, I'd say self-acceptance. It's been a year of breaking my own self, facing a lot of challenges, and really finding myself in ways I really did not expect. So, before the year gets a bit too crazy, I'm gonna take you on a journey of my 2024. The highlights, the lessons I've learned, and the challenges I've been through so far. Honestly, I didn't have any specific goals when 2024 started. I was still in Korea.
Hello. So right now, I'm in 상암동.
일본 가기 전 비포 영상을 한번 찍어주면 좋을 것 같은 게 kind of in this pause mode, taking time off to search for myself. I wasn't really sure what was next. On my birthday, I got approached by some brands that offered me partnerships, and I thought, wow, this is it. I'm finally getting into fashion and brand work. But I found out it was a scam, which was incredibly embarrassing. That moment was definitely a reality check. But it was also a turning point. It reminded me how much I truly love fashion and why I want to continue to pursue that part of myself.
Let's go!
February. This was when I flew to New York to surprise my sister for her 30th birthday.
Bagel!
I spent 5 weeks with her. We reconnected in a way that we hadn't in years. It was a time of healing for both of us, and I'm so grateful I made that trip where we got to know each other as friends, not just sisters. March. After New York, I headed to LA. I spent some time with friends back from Sydney. And I met DPR IAN. Also experienced GI.
Sing here, come my blessings. Ain't no need for stressing in my life. My enemies in my phone weapons. Yeah. But I know I'm
What I didn't know at that time was that meeting Sarah and Rue in LA would lead me to working at IMI Entertainment today. It's crazy how one spontaneous decision can change everything. April. Returning to Sydney was harder than I expected. And so it's been 2 weeks since coming to Australia. I shouldn't have been coming in on a traveler visa. Just want to go home and just settle down before everything begins. I am not Australian. I am not American. I'm just South Korean who is trying to get a permanent residency in Australia because my family is here at the moment. Unfortunately for me, because of the law regulations being changed every year, I am trying to get a permanent residency through the skilled occupation list, and one of them is becoming a business analyst, and that's why I'm currently studying computer science. It's quite tricky, but in the midst of it all, I'm still there. So it's been 2 weeks back, I'm settled down. This week is already May, and so I'm starting uni back again mid-May. So hopefully my visa gets approved by then. If not, we'll see how it goes. I guess there's been a lot of thoughts on my mind, and one of them is social media. Even though it's home, I felt this strange discomfort being back. I gained weight, struggled mentally, but at the same time, I found a sense of self-acceptance. That's been a very big theme for me this year. May through July, this was all about studying. I had to get through some tough financial courses, which gave me so much anxiety. I was super stressed, but in the end, my hard work paid off, and I passed everything. Yay! At the same time, I started working with friends.
It's the biggest cemetery 옆에 있는 biggest studio야.
야, 너 근데 그거 알아? 여기가 세멘트리가 있기 때문에 러닝이
야간 근무네요. 야간 근무. 야간 근무 뭔지 아십니까? 야간 근무? 야근. 그렇지. 우리가 지금 하는 것은 야근입니다. 따라해 보시죠. 야근. 그렇습니다. 저희가 하는 것은 지금 야근입니다. Late night working shift 무슨 말인지 아시죠? shift.
Still running a non-profit and getting involved in bigger projects that have a deeper purpose. Balancing work, study, and life was hectic.
Just finished my financial statement exam.
But it was also rewarding. I was also coordinating a huge video production with over 30 dancers with kids involved and managing a show for 500 people. as a stage director. Looking back, I can't believe I managed to do all of that. Fast forward today, and recently I had a car accident. That made me reflect even more because this is the third country I've lived in where I've had a car accident. America, Korea, and now Australia. It feels like this weird full circle moment, but despite all the ups and downs, challenges and struggles, one thing that I'm incredibly grateful of is the opportunity of finding myself. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone in ways I hadn't before. Solo traveling helped me build the confidence to accept myself fully. I have finally made the decision, so my next stop will not be Switzerland. Like, I just sat down and coincidentally, across the bar was the founder, the owner, the chef of the place, and and
I work with the biggest mill in the Europe.
he was just like, hey, your camera looks pretty cool, like what do you do, let's work together. And I'm just like, wow, like just like that, you know. So I got to make actual friends in Amsterdam. No matter where I was or who I was with, all that mattered was how I was with myself. It was pretty cool to see a lot of streetwear people, especially like the workers just say it all. I've only seen street people who speaks in English or Korean, but people who speaks French and is hip-hop and is streety, like I think that's pretty cool. I'm also really proud of how I've leveled up both professionally and personally. Managing work, studying full-time, running a non-profit, and still serving at church has been a lot of my plate. But I've done it. And I'm really grateful that I've been able to serve others while still finding time to grow in my own way. It's not always easy, but they say serving other brings excellence to everything. Another big lesson has been about balance. I've learned that you can't give 100% to everything all the time, and that's okay. You have to pick your moments and learn to let go when necessary. Start from your name.
My name is Nienke.
And could you give me one life advice?
I would like to say, please take your time, because I think it will be all well. It will be good in the end. Maybe not yet you have decided, but if you take your time, it will be okay.
What about not just for me, but for people who are younger? Is there any wisdom that you can give us?
Oh, that's a good question as well. Yeah, maybe to trust in yourself and to know that what you do is good, and do not listen too much maybe to people who say differently, but that you trust your own worth and your own goodness, good things, you know. So sorry for my English.
After 7 years of serving at church as a leader, it felt weird to come back and not have a leadership role. But I've realized my purpose is just to be there for these friends and my community, to listen, to pray, and to worship with them. That's enough. One of the hardest parts of this year has been managing everything at once while dealing with my mental health. There were times I felt completely overwhelmed by juggling work, study, content creation, and uncovering some pretty heavy mental struggles. But I've learned to prioritize my health over everything else. Work will always be there, but if you don't take care of yourself, nothing else will matter. Looking ahead, there's still a lot left to do before the year ends. My top priority right now is focusing on my health after the car accident. I'm also continuing therapy and working on self-care. I'm curating a show for Christian creatives at the end of November where we're expecting over 1,000 people, which is huge. And then in December, I'm coordinating a show at Olympic Park for over 2,000 people. So I have a lot of work ahead. Aside from work projects, I'm also focusing on balancing content creation.
Hey guys, my name is Peace Kwan.
And staying consistent with my personal life. What I'm working towards is excellence, not perfection. I want to express myself as honestly and truly as I can without worrying about being so perfect. And this will take some time, but I'm preparing to finish this year strong by reflecting on all these changes, staying grounded, and praying for wisdom. I want to finish the year with stamina and a sense of peace as I head into 2025. So, That's my reflection on 2024 so far. Yeah, it's been a wild journey with lots of ups and downs, but it's been a really incredible journey for me of my growth, and really putting this video together and seeing how much I've grown, I think that really means a lot for me. I'm super excited to share the remaining projects and the upcoming events that is about to happen in the next month. Keep the upcoming events in your own calendar as well so that I can actually see you there, and more so, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, because it really does mean a lot, and this time I promise you I will respond. It's just been a really long journey for me throughout the past years, trying to figure out what I'm possibly doing. So leave a comment and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.